Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope all is well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Shout out to all the subscribers. Gratitude to everyone. Let's talk about David Benavidez versus David Morrell. This is an absolutely fantastic fight. This has been signed. Rumored to be in the end of January 2025. What a start to the year. What an amazing fight. Wow. This is mouth-watering really if you think about it. Stylistically, both guys coming up to light heavyweight in their last fight. A lot of people say they didn't look good in respectively. I just watched the Benavidez-Gvozdyk fight again. I thought he looked all right.
Combination from Benavidez. This is what he's known by. Right hand hook, uppercut. Does he? That's how you set it up.
Hey Jeff, no
right
swelling.
It's
just
straight right hand, lead right hand, right on the button, and playing it back, and then he opened it up at the last.
Actually, I thought he looked a bit lackluster down the back end. I totally agree, but he comfortably won the front end of the fight, and I thought he was boxing all right because I understand why people think that he didn't look as good and he didn't look like, quote unquote, the monster. I still think he's a monster. I've been saying, I've been on that train because I do think he's a savage man. He's a very sadistic fighter and he's got a lot of skills in his arsenal. And I think he is probably gonna end up proving it against David Morrell. I'll talk more about the prediction later, or at least an early thoughts idea and explanation as to why I think he's going to beat Morrell. But either way, it's a great fight. But I was going to say, against Gvozdyk, David Benavidez's kryptonite, if you will, is his footwork a little bit and cutting the ring off and, boxing basically. And Gvozdyk is a very good boxer and he was moving laterally, making it quite hard for Benavidez to get his offense going and getting those combinations. That's where he really thrives. But with that being said, Benavidez still did quite well and he was landing a lot of body shots and he was controlling the fight. I thought he was the ring general. He was landing the cleaner, harder shots and he was countering quite nice too, even in rounds in like round 10 where he was just like he really in the motion of countering Gvozdyk to the body. I'll pull up a clip right now.
That left hook. Here's the jab, the counter right hand, another counter right hand by Gvozdyk, but he got countered 2 times by 2 hooks.
Where sometimes people get caught up in what's the narrative of that fight. I see boxing fans always repeat something else and something else. Oh yeah, this, that, he didn't do that, he didn't do this. It's like, yeah, but watch it with the commentary off and watch it. And I was like, you know what? He was doing some nice stuff in there. He really was. Yes, wasn't the same look as when he's going out running guys down and beating them down because he's at a light heavyweight against a very big man who's got very skilled ability to not let you do that. And the only person that's been able to do that was Benavidez. So I think it was an all right performance. I haven't actually seen the David Morrell hot rod, we'll call him.
But this is better pressure. Lands that little hybrid left hand that you were talking about.
Because I can't pronounce his last name off the top of my head, but he is a wily veteran. Hot Rod Kalajovic, I think his name is skilled. He's got good boxing brain. He's got a little bit of zing in some of his punches, and he's got experience. So I need to watch that fight in full. I could only find the highlights on online, so it's hard for me to really comment on that. But at the end of the day, it still makes up for an intriguing matchup because there are question marks about their last performances. So you do think it sets itself up for a really magnificent fight, even without that, prior to these performances, because of their styles, right? It's like they're not hard to find. They're not going to be hard to find. And David Morrell probably has more power. David Benavidez has that more volume and wear you down. He's a bit more chin and heart tested, I think, Benavidez. David Morrell, for me, he's a great fighter. Well, great's a bit strong. He hasn't proved greatness yet, obviously, but he's a very good, tough, hungry, powerful, skilled Cuban that really knows how to fight. I like his confidence, I really do, both of them. Very charismatic, and it's going to make a good build-up as well. I think the build-up's going to be great. They both really believe in themselves hard, which is what makes this fight so good. And obviously, stylistically, they're not hard to find, as I mentioned. So it's going to come down to possibly, who can take whose shot, or who can where in the withstand the back end of the fight. And if you ask me, just purely from experience. And David Benavidez looks a little bit stronger. I know he's got a strength and conditioning coach or a new one, and he's looking a bit more cut. And I think I'd favour him. I don't know if he's going to stop Morrell, because there's a few unanswered questions, just because he's only had 11 fights and I haven't seen anyone put the pressure on him like that, or hit him too cleanly. Perhaps he has been and I've missed it, but these are questions that need to get answered. And in a tough, rugged fight, I'd favour Benavidez if it comes out into like a mini phone booth situation. Obviously, Morrell's got the power, but Benavidez is a very durable guy and very tough man as well. As I said, he can withstand the power, and he likes to fight. They both do, which is why this is such a good fight. So let me know your thoughts. I think this is a brilliant start to the year 2025. David Morrell Jr. takes on Benavidez. There's 2 belts on the line too. I know Benavidez had an interim belt, and Morrell had another belt. I lose track of all the belts, to be honest with you, but belt or no belt, still an amazing fight. And we're in for a treat for this one. So I'll be doing a full fight breakdown leading up to that. We've got a bit of time yet, and there's rumored to be Jose Valenzuela Pitbull Cruz rematch on that undercard. I don't think it's been official yet, but that's definitely rumored. That'd be great to add that to the card. Pretty good fight. Something to look forward to. Let me know your thoughts. I'm out of here, Boxing on the Edge. Thanks for watching, as always.
Boxing.
On the edge.